A little bit on my history. Right now I'm 41. I was around, I suppose, 28 when I started getting some symptoms. Anybody with fibromyalgia knows what them are. Pretty much always chronic fatigue, muscle pain, joint pain, tendon pain, ligament pain. I hurt from toe tip to fingertip, even my skull. I'd have shoots of pain going through my skull. I also had dry eyes, real dry mouth. Very, very miserable for years. I spent many years trying to figure out what it was. I went to the doctors. They, like many of you I'm sure, they tried to put me on antidepressant drugs, asking me if I was depressed. I just asked them, hey, if you had pain every day, would you be depressed? Of course I'm a little depressed. I hurt. Basically life sucks like this. There's no other way to put it. Why be nice about it? So I felt I'm young. Chances are I have a lot of life left. If I take their drugs, sure, it may improve it a little bit, mask the symptoms, numb the pain, even though the damage is being done. I felt that it was at very best a short-term solution. So I refused to take any of their drugs. They many times implied it was in my head, because fibromyalgia back then, I suppose 12, 13 years ago, it wasn't a big word yet like it is. It's always remarkable because I have so many people come up to me and talk to me about their fibromyalgia, and always what accompanies their story is their belief on how there's no solution. They're totally convinced there's no solution, they can't heal it, they can only treat it. In fact, I've seen many fibromyalgia groups that, in the support group, that's what they say. They say the support group is about learning how to manage your pain. Well, to me, that's bullshit. I don't want to learn how to manage my pain. I want to learn how to eliminate my pain. Something caused it, something's going to cure it. That's my belief. I just cannot believe anything else, because I don't believe it's a disease as far as a preborn genetic disease. If it was something like that, okay, I can maybe believe you're not going to cure it. But, or I should say heal it, can't say cure it, might be thrown in prison for that one. But whenever somebody stands to profit off you suffering, you're going to suffer. Information is going to be withheld from you. And those profiting are the very few. Those suffering are the very many. But that's the purpose of this video. I want to expose, well, what can you call them other than criminals? The food manufacturers, the pharmaceutical companies, everybody associated with withholding information, because if you're withholding information, that is lying. So even if you're told nothing, you're being told a lie. So we need to get the information out there so good people out there have a choice whether they want to suffer or not. And I guess that's what makes me so passionate about this, is I suffered for years, and I feel there's a lot of good people out there suffering needlessly. And what's great about you remaining like that the rest of your life, suffering for the rest of your life, is the few are going to profit immensely. Phenomenal profit in that. There's a saying, I'm sure everybody's heard it, that says, God works in mysterious ways. You know, I thought about that, and I thought, you know what? Again, bullshit. It's totally baloney. God does not work in mysterious ways. Man does. Why does man? Because man stands to profit off it. So it becomes a mystery why you're getting the symptoms. You kind of get the picture? Okay, top 3 causes. Fibromyalgia. Number 1. Acidosis. Acidosis is Well, it's the state of being acidic. Acidic as far, well, I'll explain that. Alkaline, acid, everybody's heard that. Okay, toxic, being toxic. So toxic, toxins, obviously. Including with toxins, including fungus. Fungus among us. Okay, deficiencies. Okay, them being the top 3 causes whatever's on you is in you, whatever you smell is in you. So think of that when you think of household products. The average, they say the average is about, every human adult has between probably, I think it was between 8 and 12 pounds of old fecal matter. So just think, if you got just that out of you. So many people want to lose weight and they want to get their stomach to go back down. And a lot of that stomach, it's not that the people are excessively fat. A lot of the bulging stomach is because the colon is filled up, and as nasty as it sounds, that colon is filled up with packed, dry, putrefied old fecal matter. I want to compare dead food with live food. Dead food, live food. I want to share quick too here on a good alkalizing broth to help you alkalize quicker, because it can really speed up the improvement of your symptoms. I mean, when I say speed up, I mean within days it can speed it up to that fast. So let me see here. This is a quick alkalizing broth. Very powerful. Kind of a pain in the butt making it because it takes a little prep, little work, but the benefits are just incredible. Because what it does is it flushes the acids and the toxins and some of the nasty salts that you've eaten in the past. Not the salts I mentioned, I mean the nasty salts, like Pizza Hut salt. Okay, here's some of the ingredients. Like chard, and you can come up with some of your own too once you get the idea. Chard, and I mean, it don't matter. Red, green, purple, whatever. In fact, I'm a fan of colors in leaves because they have more potent plant chemicals and alkalizing power. Parsley. You just can't overdo parsley. Well, the so-called health crisis. Sure, everybody's been hearing that on the news. The big health crisis. Well, you're damn right, we got a health crisis. Personally, I call it the death crisis. And I want to write something here. Drugs didn't cause. Back to our common sense now. Drugs didn't cause it, so how can they cure it? So drugs didn't cause it, so how can they cure it? Think, just back to your human common sense. It doesn't even make sense. Man made the drug. So how in the hell can a drug cure something that's out of balance, a deficiency, a toxin? If the cause for fibromyalgia is an acidic body, a toxic body, a deficient body, a body that's full of fungus, how's a drug going to cure that?